Okay, just to catch you guys up here on my progress, I've been working on designing the operator booth that I told you about. And again, I just drew this out, just cut out some pieces of styrene, and just bear in mind this is just being held in by masking tape just to kind of show you what I have in mind here. Along the back wall you can see the pieces of the Jupiter 2 equipment I mentioned, and you can see the main operator console there. And the elevator that I told you about that I envisioned taking a technician up is represented here by this tube, and that was created by cutting in half one of these bottles. Here is an empty bottle of this acrylic paint, and then I wrapped it with some very pliable styrene here, and then I took some pieces of styrene strips and gave it some detailing. You can see you'll be able to view this from the exterior window as well. So yeah, I think it's coming together quite nicely, and what I'm going to move on to now are the interior detailing here along the walls. Okay, so here we now have the interior pretty much finished. This is the back wall here. This is the wall to your right if you're facing the hangar. This of course is the door section, and this is the wall to the left. And one thing I am going to do for sure is to make this wall detachable. Now the way that I plan to do that is to use these magnets here, and I'm going to drill, I think I'll use 4 of them, small holes into the supports here, and then I will attach some small pieces of metal that will correspond to the magnets, and that way you'll be able to pull off and attach the wall as you want to, and then in that way you'll be able to see the details that we're installing all along the interior here. Okay, I've also started on the roof. This is using some 1.5 millimeter styrene plastic, and the sheet itself wasn't big enough to cover the entire piece here, so basically this is 2 pieces glued together. I took the plastic and put it over most of what I could fit it, and then just cut out some remaining styrene and joined it together. And I covered the seam on the top part here by just adding some detail. Okay, just to show you how the lighting is coming along, this is the ceiling panel here, and we're going to have 2 beams, one here and one here. Now, I originally intended for the lights to come all the way through the ceiling, that's why you have 2 holes here, but I'm not going to do that. Instead, we are going to glue another beam here. We're going to have, instead, the lighting held inside the beam here. So you have 2 LEDs, one here, one here. The wires are going to be fed all the way through. And then this will feed through the roof and to the battery source. As you can see now, I've painted the interior this green color. This was inspired by a few shots that I've seen online of the hangar for the Eagles, and it's a combination of a green and some other colors I can't remember, but I decided just to paint the entire interior green like this. Okay, so let me go ahead and continue on, and I'll show you my progress here shortly. Alright, it's time to catch you up here now, and what I've done here is to install, first of all, the magnets. Remember, what we're going to do is make this wall here detachable. So I put some sheet metal here, glued metal here, 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 and here, and they will then be attaching to these magnets that I have installed on the adjoining walls. These are 1.5 millimeter magnets. I just made some space here for them with my Dremel, and so there are magnets there and magnets here, and let me just show you here real quick how they attach. Okay, so again you have the 2 plates here, and they just simply hook onto the magnets like so, and then there will be 2 others on the opposite side, and of course the ceiling will be glued to this wall, and this wall will be attached to the other ones. So it'll work pretty well to be able to open this up and see the interior detailing. Okay, and here we have now the floor that I've been working on, and this of course is the pad that the tank will be sitting on. And I'm going to leave this tape on here because I'm going to go ahead and proceed with shading, and it's going to look somewhat similar to what you see with an Eagle landing pad. Okay, so just giving you a peek at how I'm doing this. Again, it's very similar to the landing pad I created for the Eagle, if you remember this from a few videos back. It's again a matter of just taking some masking tape and just making angles and squaring off certain designs here on the pad, and then just using a brush with pastels. Again, pastels are these chalk-like pigments here that you can grind up on a piece of sandpaper, and I'm just taking a brush like this here and applying it to the landing pad here. So let me just show you here. I'm just going to apply a very light line along here, and all I'm doing is just using just a very small amount of pastels here to do so. And so I'm just kind of brushing along here. Nothing that's too heavy, and then brushing down and away from the tape here. Just a little bit more on this side. Okay, and then we just peel it away. And there you go. Okay guys, and this is now the finished pad and flooring, and this is a little different than the one I was just showing you just a second ago, because when I pulled off the tape it actually ended up taking off some of the paint along the edge, so I had to end up actually sanding the whole thing off again and starting brand new. So the take home there was, well, I just didn't wait long enough, really, is what happened. So I had to repaint it, give enough time for the paint to dry, and reapplied the orange and started with the paneling that you see here. So it's all done now, and along with the paneling on the pad here, I also did it on the flooring as well, just to add a bit more detail there. Alright, the other thing I wanted to do is just take a second just to show you the exterior now. The four walls have been glued together, so those are now attached. I also applied the white paint that I wanted to use. This is just Tamiya flat white on the exterior here. And I also reworked this area of the roof. If you recall, there was a dome structure here that was holding the batteries, or covering the batteries I should say, but it really wasn't working out too well because you could still see a lot of the wires. So I built this cover here that is attachable by these magnets. You can see I also glued on some metal pieces here, and this just goes right in here. And this gives you access to the button and to the battery. And to cover the wires, I replaced the half circular piece there with this hollow rectangular piece here, and so it just covers the wires quite nicely here, and when everything's put together you don't see any more exposed wires. Hey guys, one other thing I wanted to show before I wrap it up here is the booth that I created for this corner here. First of all, these pieces are from an old Jupiter 2 kit. Again, I think I mentioned this earlier in the video that I had some odds and ends from that kit because I didn't have to build out the bottom or lower level to that kit, just simply by the way the lighting worked out. So anyway, I just had these extra pieces, so they've been attached now to the wall and painted them up a bit here. And then this is the booth all put together, and so it looks pretty good here with the styrene, the clear styrene plastic here to represent glass, and then our figure stands in the middle there. And so it's going to just be placed right up against this corner here, and I'm about to glue it into place. I'm just going to use hot glue as the adhesive here on the bottom, and so that should hold it in place pretty well. Alright, so there's not much left. I just got to attach the ceiling here, and what I will do is just give you a final summary in just a second. Alright guys, and here we now have the finished tank hanger, and as you can see, the tank was sitting right inside there, and I have the lights on so it's illuminating it from the interior. And just to show you again the original sketch here, this was my concept drawing here that I made, and the tank hanger turned out to be a little wider than what I originally envisioned, mainly because I had to squeeze in some area there for the control booth that I wanted to put in. And as I was testing out some different things, it turned out it would have been better to make it a little bit wider. So this is how the final product looks again. And you can see also that it has a removable wall, just like I had planned. Let me just go ahead and turn it here. And you can see we'll just pull this away. Okay, and when we do so, we're able to see now the interior detailing. So I wanted to make this wall removable particularly because I put so much work into the interior there, and if you were just able to see it through here, it'd be kind of limited. So it's really a good opportunity to just kind of see how everything was laid out, and again you get a nice view of that control booth. So the concept is the tank would come up from an underground facility up on this landing pad here, and they'd be able to rotate the tank around as they needed to, and the tank of course would exit out to the front. The lights are controlled here by this switch that sits right underneath this little enclosure that I created here. It's just a watch size battery, and it's powering the interior lights here, which is one over the booth and two over the tank area there. And there's this little switch that I got here that's included in this product. This again is from a company called ModelTrainSoftware.com, and it comes with all the wires and the switch hooked together. The only difference between what I got and what you see here is I had to just trim the wires so we could fit it all underneath this little enclosure here. So turning it around on this side here, you can see through the window, gives the opportunity to view the technician that's standing there. And the lighting, of course, illuminates his booth there as well. Alright, and there you have it. So again, the reason I made this project was for a contest that's being sponsored by a Facebook page called Space 1999 Props and Ships. And if you recall, I ran out of Space 99 related models, so I had to come up with something and decided just to take this opportunity to try scratch building something completely out of just originating from a concept and using just basic materials to bring it all together. So as usual, if you have any questions about this, you can email me at interstellarmodeler@gmail.com, or you can leave a comment here on my YouTube channel. So wish me luck on the contest. One other quick thing I want to make note of is I had some fun with this. I decided to try to create a very short stop motion video that will show you the concept and how it's supposed to work here. So watch out for that. I'm going to post that on my channel here very shortly. It's going to be just a short thing, just something fun I decided to put together. Alright, so that's it for now, and I will see you then in the next one. Again, wish me luck on the contest.